Location of the project is Peak Enclave in Section 1 Bandar Melaka Tengah, and classification of the prescribed activity is under Section 34 Environmental Quality Act 1974, which stated that it is second schedule activity 7, land reclamation, a coastal reclamation, or land reclamation along riverbanks involving an area of 50 hectares or more. Here is the list of locations that should be put into consideration. For endangered species, Indo-Pacific humpback dolphin, Irrawaddy dolphin, and sea turtles are the main sensitive receptor, and for embankment prohibited area, the port is located only 175 kilometers from the embankment prohibited areas such as Pulau Serimbun, Pulau Besar, and Pulau Laulan. Below is about socio-economic importance for fisheries. Fishing is how many people in Melaka make money. Also, fishing is important for making sure people have enough food to eat, giving them protein and nutrients. Next, tourism. Many people visit Melaka because of its beautiful coast. They love to do things like diving, snorkeling, and eco-tours. Also, Melaka is famous for its history and special places recognized by UNESCO. Besides economic development can make space for things like roads, ports, and places to trade, which might help the economy grow. Also, give people jobs in building, services, and related industries. Last one is quality of life. Healthy coastal areas offer locals recreational opportunities, promoting physical and mental well-being. Losing these areas can harm quality of life. The impact can divide into two parts, which is environmental impact and socio-economic impacts. For direct impact of environment, it can cause habitat destruction, water quality degradation, and disruption of marine life. Meanwhile, for socio-kinesis, it can cause displacement of communities, impact on fisheries, and health risks. For indirect impact of environmental, it can cause coastal erosion, changes in hydrology, and loss of ecosystem services. Meanwhile, tourism decline, cultural loss, and economic inequality. For socio-economic impact, below is about pollution prevention and mitigation measures. The first is water quality. Silt curtains should be monitored periodically and well maintained because periodic inspection and maintenance is required to remove trapped sediments and repair any damage, especially after heavy rainfall. Also, all dredgers and vessels should be prohibited from overloading. During bad weather, navigation speed should be reduced. This is to avoid and minimize spillage to the surroundings. Not only that, add another parameters that should be taken into account, such as the water's turbidity and conductivity. A good way to assess the general quality of water is through conductivity. Every body of water has a generally consistent range of conductivity that, once determined, can serve as an indicator point for comparison with routine measurements of conductivity. High turbidity levels are linked to germs that cause sickness. They also show how well the filters used in the treatment procedure are working. The second one is air quality. Dampen the surface of reclaimed area during dry weather. This is to suppress the entrainment of soil and dust. Also, vehicles transporting reclaimed materials must have their loads covered using tarpaulin or canvas sheet when utilizing public road. This is to prevent spillage of materials that can become the source of the air pollution. The third one is noise. Maintaining and lubricating instrument and machinery, because vehicles and machinery shall be regularly serviced and maintained to reduce or avoid any unwanted sound. Also, the usage of old and run-down vehicles, dredgers, shall be avoided. This is because these types of vehicles have a tendency to create excessive noise. The fourth one, resident. Build multiple information or bulletin board to keep resident updated about the project's progress. Based on the survey, many residents doesn't get the notice about the project. This could help spreading the information to all residents regardless they have smartphone or not. The fifth one is marine ecology. Use a sustainable, reusable, and recyclable materials rather than plastics and polystyrene materials at the site. This is to reduce or avoid the addition of debris or solid discharge that may cause harm to the marine animals. The sixth one is benthic organisms resources and monitoring of benthic organisms such as crabs instead of only fish and plankton community, because the biological state of water bodies is frequently determined by looking at benthic macroorganics. Due to their aquatic lifestyle, ease of collection, and varying levels of pollution tolerance, they are considered reliable indicators. The seventh one is fisheries resources. Increase the frequency of the fish catch data monitoring so better data for environmental auditing and the effects of the project to the fish can be seen clearly.